Wedge ran me home, and a familiar hooting sounded from the living room. "Yes, Whistler, it's me." The little green R2 unit rolled over. "I've just come from talking with Wedge and Luke Skywalker. They both think my learning to train as a Jedi is the key to finding Mirax. But I think that will take too long. I have so many questions that need answering. I'm lost." Whistler's data probe came out and sank itself into the data port on the holopad. In an instant, the image of my father appeared frozen on the holopad. It faded, replaced by the glowing words, "All you have to do is ask." Back before we had liberated Thyphera, Whistler had informed me that my father had loaded into him a holograph talking about my heritage. Whistler had said the message was recorded back before I joined Corsac. He'd been instructed to play it for me whenever I asked and could provide the encryption key. I had resisted listening to the message. My father had died in my arms on a Corsac mission, and I had been powerless to prevent his death. By putting off listening to the message, I had been trying to make my father's final gift last longer. But even as that thought bubbled in my brain, I realized that listening to the message would not destroy my father's gift. I smiled. He recorded that message long before he died, as a failsafe. If something happened to him, I would not be left without information he thought I needed to know. I nodded to Whistler. "Please, play the message for me. Decryption code is Nejaa Halcyon." My father's image reappeared and my throat tightened. His voice came through clear and strong. "I am making this recording for you, Corran, because there are things you should know. Being in Corsac can be dangerous, and I don't want anything to happen to me that would prevent you from learning about our family." The message continued with my father smiling broadly. "This will sound like a wild tale, but it's all true. Your grandfather, Rostic Horn, is really your step-grandfather. Rostic's Corsac partner before the Clone Wars was a Jedi who died serving away from Corellia right after the Clone Wars. That Jedi, Nejaa Halcyon, was my father, and he served as my master before he went away. Nejaa went on that fateful mission with a Kamasi named Ilenik Itkla. Ilenik was kind enough to bring all of Nejaa's personal belongings back to Corellia after Nejaa's death, including his lightsaber. I was all of 10 years old when he died, and Rostic Horn saw to it that my mother and I wanted for nothing. My mother and Rostic fell in love and married, and Rostic adopted me. More importantly, when the Empire began to hunt down Jedi and their families, he managed to destroy records and fabricate new ones that insulated us from the Empire's wrath. I know this was quite a secret to keep from you, but the deception was necessary. Lord Vader and the others hunting Jedi have been relentless. Keeping you ignorant is keeping you safe. And so, here, with this message, I give you a choice. The fact that you say you want to join Corsac has filled me and your grandfather with more pride than you can imagine. I do want you to know, though, that my choice bridges two paths. I have used what I learned from my Jedi father to work within Corsac. In this way, I serve both the Halcyon and Horn traditions. My father's image opened his hands. If you have the chance, if you feel the need, I hope you will also make yourself open to both traditions. I know that whatever you will decide, it will be the right thing. I will know great joy if you bring the Halcyons back into the Jedi Order. But even that will be nothing compared to the joy I know in having you as my son and knowing you are happy and well. He wants me to train. He knows it is the right thing for me to do. I thought for a moment. And I guess I know it too. I slowly stood. To do anything less means I fail in my responsibilities to Mirax. I'm not going to let that happen. I slid back a false panel in my nightstand and withdrew the slender silver cylinder that had been Nejaa Halcyon's lightsaber. My right thumb punched the black button on it, allowing the silver-white blade to hiss to life. Luke Skywalker is looking for students. And I need a teacher. I smiled as Whistler trumpeted triumphantly. Kieran Halcyon is born.